All right. Welcome to the first podcast that I'm holding on YouTube right now.
Exact. Good.
We have Luis Cabrera, which I met in Montreal a while ago. Um, how long was that? I think 2, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, so the context of this podcast is about steroids use and abuse, and also like the dark side of it, and the road to well-being. Because um, I'm a former professional BMX athlete, and for a while I did suffer like a career-ending injury, to herniated discs in my lower back, and eventually like I reinvented myself as a personal trainer, as a mindset coach, as a flow state coach, and everything with physical training and calisthenics. So I got some insights into another world, and I totally understand the performance and the attitude of whatever it takes to do the things that will get you on top, that will get you to achieve results. I've never used steroids, although I use nootropics sometimes. I do use some testosterone boosters, but I never like delve into this world. And then as I started training, I looked at my body composition and I looked at a lot of influencers online. And some people have an odd leanness. They have like very peculiar muscle mass, not to say like without saying that they're massive. And they also lift like crazy amounts of weights and like all kind of veins like popping out. So I started really getting curious, because I was like, man, am I a weak bitch or something? Like, am I missing out on something? And I started exploring that world, and I noticed that people are on the juice, and a lot more people are on the juice. Even some people that you think are not on the juice are on the juice. And this is where you come in, because I saw you post on Instagram, and I thought it was really cool that you opened up about your personal journey with steroids, their
Yes.
abuse as well, and where it led you, and like the path that you had to undergo. You talk about depression, like super deep stuff, and I thought it was really cool that you dared opening up on those things. And now I want you to give us some insights into your journey. So I'm gonna let you talk right now. So can you please introduce yourself? Tell us about your origins, where you come from. I know that you live in Montreal, so the current country of residence right now. Your professional background, and then we can start with the steroids use, and how it all started, and we're gonna dive deeper into the topic.
Okay. My name is Luis Cabrera. I'm 39 years old. I am personal trainer since 2001. In different categories in the fitness group, like TRX, spinning, Zumba, all about cardio. That's my field. And I start to training at the gym because of my father. My father was bodybuilder too, and I practice bodybuilder, so not very often, but yes, I used to train um, 6 times per week, um, like a lot of people do. But my idea in those times in 2000s, the idea to train is what was different like nowadays. People were very focused and go straight to train and doing the routine. And now is the concept, the idea is totally different. Before, there wasn't a lot of supplements, a lot of variety of steroids to get bigger, to get stronger. Now is wow. No, is the immensity of the quantity of the supplements, the alternatives to get fit. You know, before was very educated. No, baby was very respectful. The people who went to the gym, and yeah, my father pushing me to go to do exercise because I didn't do it well at school. School was very hard for me. Get attention, get focus in the school. I was more like the, the guy who liked to go play or to do exercise. Yeah, that's why my father told me, okay, you need to go to do exercise. I did karate, I did soccer, I did a lot of sports. And my father, when told me, okay, we're gonna try to go to the gym. And at the beginning was a little shy. I will shy to go to the room and see a lot of guys, m- muscle guys, a lot of testosterone there in the room. No, and it's like okay, I was the skinny guy at my I remember where my four, 14 years old. Yes, at that age I started to do lifting weights. And it's like my there are different kinds of reasons people go to the gym. No, maybe to get yes, to get fit, to get stronger, to for enhance your appearance. Um, and for me, it was a different kind of story. No, for me, it wasn't to be liked by the women or by the girls or just to be the stronger guy. Different people have different kind of goals. Why I assist? Why or I go to the gym? No, there are different objectives, and my reasons were different.
So, because we did this before, right? We did the podcast. Sound wasn't good, so we're refilming. And I recall that you said uh, that you got bullied, and that was one of the reason why you wanted to get jacked, you wanted to get buffed, so that people like with a bigger appearance would leave you alone. And
Yeah.
so, can you talk to us a bit like about the reasons why you started training and you wanted to get super jacked, and also like who recommended the use? Because I know I hear frequently that coaches do that with their athletes. So, can you please like uh, tell us the details related to that?
Um, my main reason to assist to the gym, it was in my childhood. I got a lot of bullying,
Yeah.
and obviously you need to build your shield, to protect yourself. No, and the only way was go to the gym, get stronger, get bigger, and it's like you pretend to be the bad guy, because you start to see results, to grow your muscles. And yeah, this was my main reason, not for uh, vanity, or just to get bigger muscles. It was another kind of reason, just to get back my confidence, to my autoesteem, because this was my main problem since my
Yeah.
childhood. And that carried me to to get educated by, okay, if exercise of training made me change my perspective of my life in a good way, I want to do the same with people. I want to do I want to do the same, like the exercise made me a better person. To see another reality, to see another perspective of the life, and yeah, and that's why I took my first personal trainer certification at 18 years old,
Yeah.
and the same year I got my first my first job as a trainer, and this is a good satisfaction to see people, to see like a trainer, to see your team, to see your people changing their lives, changing their habits, changing everything for a good way. That's why it was my motivation, because the exercise made me to be a better human.
So you wanted to give back to people because you felt it had a positive influence in your life. So that's really cool, man. I can vouch for that definitely, because this is one thing that I also like to teach other people, the values of training, even if it's just a few times a week. There's so many benefits. It changes your life. It also enhances the quality of your life right now, but also in the future. So this is a really, really good investment. Although you don't need to go like super, super crazy like every single day, but this is a really good investment. And all right, so now, when do steroids come into this?
The steroids, I started to use steroids at my 15 years old. It was very early.
Yeah. Still
Yeah,
developing at
yeah.
that
At my
time.
15 years old, obviously, with not permission from my father, I did it very high in a high way. Yeah, I started to use steroids because of the same reason, to get back my confidence, my self esteem. Yes, it's the easy way to get big muscles. And my first bodybuilder competition was at my 16 years old. That's why 1 year previous to the competition, I used steroids to get in the scenario. For my first competition, I won the third place, and with other people who had 5 or 6 years in practicing the lifting weights. And yeah, for me, it was a good advantage. Like, oh wow, if I can able to do this, imagine if I continue. The following year, I I did it again, and I won the first place the regional competition, like the bodybuilder, and obviously is that results is like a good a good motivation to continue to use it, the steroids, to use this. Yes, that's why steroids became an addiction for me. So I started to use more steroids because of yeah to train 2 or 3 times per day, 2 3 times per day. In the morning, 6 in the morning, after school, and the night, because it was as an obsession, because you start to see yourself in the mirror, and you see bigger muscles, you see your legs, you see your chest, everything. You want perfection, no? You want to get in impeccable shape, but it's like a cigarette. It's like the alcohol, like the cocaine, like the weed. You more consume, you want to get that sensation, that feeling. No, it's an endless sensation.
Yeah, so you're getting huge physical benefits. You're gaining
Yes,
strength. You're seeing also like from the way you're speaking, it sounds like the hook point was also seeing yourself on the podium against other performers who had way more experience than you, and now you're seeing a result like, okay, I'm getting somewhere with this. What happens if I keep taking it and I keep training like crazy and I keep seeing those results? So you have the psychological aspect, like it's boosting your
exactly.
confidence. You're seeing a lot of positive things. Did you? But on the other side, like at that time when you first started, was there already negative side effects? Because I know that some people develop like acne or
No,
weird things.
not. No, I didn't got immediately side effects because I used steroids for almost um, 14 years nonstop. Nonstop. You know when you use steroids, the side effects, maybe you get that side effects 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years after you use steroids. Imagine for 14, almost 15 years, I abused for steroid from steroids. Um, yeah, I didn't see these side effects. Just the only side effects, it was my mood, my aggressivity. Uh, just that adrenaline, that you get mad just for the simple hello, or just for the simple minimum things that okay, this is annoying me. This is the only side effects. You feel like the Superman, like the Hulk in at the gym, and you want to lift more weight, more weight, more weights because that motivates you at that age. At my 70, 80 years old, you lift weights like the guy who is 30 or 40 years old and had almost 20 years of experience, and you just had 3 or 2 years of experience in lifting weights, and yeah, this is like a psychological 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 sorry psychological sorry
Psychological. Yeah, I,
psychological way
yeah, exactly.
that you is yes, is eating you, is inviting you in your mind, and okay, I will get straight with this path, and do non-stop, non-stop. It's like just you start going, continue to do the things.
Yeah, and like I'm thinking about this right now, and you're like super compatible with the like the supplements, and also you have the genetics. So obviously, man, you're seeing like crazy results, and I'm although you had some very serious side effects, I'm glad that nothing serious like happened before that because you hear all kinds of crazy stuff in relationship to steroids use and abuse. So at least nothing in that spectrum happened. So you're seeing all these results. Also, I just want to put things into perspective as well to see like how much an advantage you get because um, you told me the first time that we did that you had also a crazy lifestyle. So now not only okay you're competing in bodybuilding, but you're also a personal trainer and you just go at it. And you said that you went at it for like 14 years, but some people don't train at all and they look at people training and they get exhausted. So now I want you to explain to us in concrete details what was your lifestyle and the output that you had, the hours, and how long you did that before you started experiencing like very severe effects.
My routine in those days, um, I thought almost. 6 or 7 hours of cardio, TRX, spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, functional training, HIIT, and adding that my 1 hour or 2 hours of lifting weights, no, because you are your presentation, your physique, no, your body is your presentation. If you want to sell, yeah, if you want to sell your programs, you want to sell trainings, okay, your body needs to call, needs to be the main presentation, you know? And yeah, I spend a lot of money in almost 5 to 7 meals per day. Imagine adding that, adding that, my supplements, adding that, my steroids. It was a crazy investment to keep my body in fit, and yes, to keep that performance, to get my fifth or my sixth class, the wherever is spinning, wherever is TRX or HIIT, in 100%, in your physical condition. And that's why the reason I didn't stop to use steroids, just to get the same level of performance, endurance, in this case endurance and strength in my trainings and in my classes.
And
That's
you,
why, and a lot of I didn't stop to eating almost between 2 or 3 hours. Okay, next meal. Okay, next meal. I wasn't enjoying my meals. It's always my 7 meals or 6 meals. 3 of them was chicken. Oh my god, I hate chicken now. I didn't eat chicken now, but oh my god, this was a
that's
nightmare.
super funny, man. It's like you know, you were like those Dragon Ball characters, but it's not a like.
Oh my god,
Sometimes
no.
I think that I eat like a Dragon Ball character because I eat a lot. When I rode BMX, it was the same thing. It was never problematic for me. I always enjoy eating, but from the way you're talking about it, just sounds like it's nothing
Yeah.
fun. It's just you gotta feed the machine to keep going, and it seems like super relentless. And obviously, a bit of a downside is that you have to eat so much that food just becomes an inconvenience.
Yeah,
And
it's sad.
okay, so now you're eating crazy, you're training crazy, you're training other people crazy, like 7 days a week, nonstop. Um, can can you tell us like what are the cost of like steroids use about in a month, and do you recollect like what the dosage are, or just to put us in perspective on those things?
Yeah, check. I am almost 5'7", 5'7" feet on my height.
Oh yeah,
And
5 foot
those
7. Yeah,
my and those times, my weight was 100 kilos. I don't remember exactly in pounds,
that's
but
a lot, man. That's
yeah,
nearly
for my height,
200 pounds, dude.
yes,
That's crazy.
yes, exactly. It was a lot,
Oh my
a
god.
lot. It doesn't. This is not the same, no? Your height and your weight, no?
Yeah.
Not there is no uh, yeah, huge difference. And in those times, yes, obviously I got pain in my joints, in my knees, in my back, because I was jumping, landing, doing everything in my classes. Because if you like a personal trainer, or like a Zumba, in this case Zumba, so I need to move, I need to dance, because
Yeah.
people are following you. And with that weight, oh my god, was very hard to teaching those kind of fitness group classes, and doing HIIT, doing TRX, doing spinning. Uh, was a challenge. And yes, I the steroids passed me that factor of a lot of pain in my joints, because you need to care a lot of your joints if you want to see yourself as your 60s or 70s in a good way, in a good performance. So doing the same, not the same thing as like your 20s or 30s, but still doing your routine, your exercise. And my last time was my the last time I used steroids was almost 8 years ago. Was
And
my last time,
how much
because
money are we talking
I start
about?
to feel a little like agitation. I
Yeah,
start the last 2 years when I use steroids. I feel a lot of pain in my chest. It's like as the body sends you like signals. No, hey, stop! You need to stop, because if you
yeah,
continue, you see those cases in internet, in social media, that a lot of bodybuilders pass away because of abusing from steroids. No, and
yeah,
I don't
from
want
heart
to be
attacks.
part of that that kind of histories. No.
Yeah. Um, so just I just want to make a quick detour because now you talked about the cost of like using steroids more on the physical level, but how much money is going into that? Like a month, and do you remember like how much you were taking, how much steroids you were taking?
Okay. Calculated, not, I don't remember exactly, but in Canadian dollars or US dollars, maybe between $1,500 per month.
Oh wow, man. And that's
But and
this
those,
is just
if I had sponsors on those times, obviously it's not the same. But when you spend your own supplements, when you spend your own diet, everything, your steroids, uh, yes, it's a lot of money. A lot of money is very expensive. This field of bodybuilding, if you don't have sponsors, if you're just doing by yourself, is so expensive, so expensive. Imagine you need to eat between, that depends not your objectives, but you need to eat between five, some people, some bodybuilders, between 5 to 7 meals per day. Just just chicken, just the eggs, red meat. I don't know what kind of protein you include in your diet, but it's so expensive, no? And
yeah.
adding that, the rice, pasta, vegetables, no, I don't know. This is for 5 to 7 meals per day for 1 month, and adding your creatine, your pre-workout, your 2 or 3 different of kind of proteins, casein protein, your yeah, these 2 3 different kinds of proteins, and your creatine and your vitamin E, to your yeah, is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And I was thinking, okay, rather to spend a lot of money in the field of bodybuilding, I prefer to invest that money in education,
Hmm.
to get some certification, like a personal trainer, or on one specialty. No, I
Yeah.
specialize in strength training, in CrossFit certification, and other fields, because yeah, it's being bodybuilder is first, it's not easy, and is not cheap. It's so expensive to spend a lot of money and a lot of effort. Yes, I have a lot of respect people who are practicing this sport, bodybuilding, but I always say if you use it, the steroids, in a smart way and with someone who have the experience, like a specialist, like a doctor, or wherever the person is recommended you to use steroids. Okay, use it, but not for people who just use it like me for vanity, or just using because you want to increase your ego, it's a lot of reasons why people use steroids with not no purpose. Because I
Yeah,
saw people
exactly.
use steroids in 1 year, and they looked very incredible physique, and the following year is like hey, what's happened? No, you're all skinny, or they lost a lot of muscles because life's changing, and they stopped to using steroids, and just was temporary. It just was that feeling that, okay, I want to be bigger, I have a huge body, and that just was temporary. And you don't measure, you don't think in the side effects, the risk you are
Yeah.
getting in your body.
So yeah, I can see how like just a superficial intent is not gonna make the cut for all of this. Like you look like the Hulk, and next year you look like a raisin, like super dry, because the person didn't do it because they enjoy training, and for instance, they try to become the best at lifting like super heavy weights, or they wanted to do bodybuilding. It was just something superficial to look good and have a bit of an ego boost, but then it doesn't last. So just to recap what you told us, okay, so as a starter, just right off the bat, 1,500 Canadian dollars, uh, just in steroids. Then you have to add all the food that you're consuming, and it is way more than you consume if you are natural, because then you have unlimited like protein synthesis. You just keep stacking that. You just eat and eat and eat, which is another type
Eden.
of cost. And yeah, like spendings are going up. And what like made me laugh, like when you were saying that, is just because like just people who don't take roids are gonna take like a whole bunch of supplements. But then even if you're taking roids, you still take like crazy caffeine, crazy creatine, all the other supplements,
Yeah,
and it's just in. So you're just stacking like
when
a
it's
bill of
like
like
it
you don't
was.
do anything, and you have like $3,000 just for the
Yes,
cover like basic expenses basically.
just because your dopamine levels are very, very saturated. What I mean with that is like, my pre-workout. I took my pre-workout and one coffee and one or two pills of clenbuterol, no, to get that punch, no, because I know the following 3 hours I have one TRX, one CrossFit, and one kickboxing class I need to
Yeah.
teach, no, and just to keep your performance in the same level, and adding that after those 3 classes, okay, I need to train, no, because I need to keep my muscle mass, to keep selling my trainings, you know, and then in the evening, another 2 or 3 cardio classes, and yeah, for that rhythm for 15 years nonstop. I was so tired. Some of my friends invite me to, in the weekend. Okay, what about if we go to, I don't know, to go to the bar or to do some activity. I prefer no. I want to rest at home. I want to rest at home or go to the cinema and the film start 10 minutes. Then sleep, sleep, because my body was so tired. My body was so wasted for that rhythm between 5 to 7 hours of cardio every single day for 15 years, adding my 1 or 2 hours lifting weights to keep my body in shape. And yes, it was very, very, very tough, very tired. My that kind of life was so hard, just to keep selling yourself, you know.
Yeah, well, at one point your physical image and what you promote is your branding, so you got to keep that up, otherwise people might not come to your class. And even if people might come to your class, like, you identify with this as well, so there's no other way. And it sounds like the way you were talking about it, it sounds like steroids just become like the new caffeine or something, because you're just popping it
Yeah,
just
man.
to keep going, because you develop, I suppose, a tolerance. And then you just, if you want to feel the boost to keep going, then you just gotta keep on taking more, because your energy is just going down, and it doesn't regenerate like fast enough for you to keep going. So
And
okay.
the side effects of those years of using steroids and caffeine, a lot of caffeine, a lot of pre workouts, a lot of those substance that brings me to get this kind of high level of anxiety. You know,
Okay.
I didn't have control of my anxiety. And okay, I was thinking, what about if I start to smoking weed, not just to relax my nervous system, because
Yeah.
at the nights I was very hard to me to get my sleep quality.
Yeah.
And yes, I started to smoke weed. Adding that, because it was worst, because the weed get me more anxiety. Got me to get more anxiety. It's like using all these whole things that makes me stress, makes me feel yes, all that kind to control my nervous system. Okay, I need to stop or need to cut everything to change my metabolism, because if I continue with this rhythm for another 10 years, I don't know, maybe it's another kind of story. It's another kind of story in my life.
Okay, so that's really interesting. I like the fact that you pointed that you started experiencing crazy anxiety. Eventually, it's affecting your sleep, so you're trying to recover, but you're not getting what you want. Like, what were the major side effects that you started happening, and when along the line, like, did it impacted you? Uh, that something was going terribly wrong, and you had to make a drastic life change.
After 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 using stories for around 15 years nonstop, I quit to using steroids. Um, that when I was experienced the side effects. The side effects, obviously, lose hair, and feel like depression, like yes, a lot of things that was more than physic, was more harm in psychological way. Just like you, you don't experience the same adrenaline. It's not the same in the body. No, but my smart decision to get rid from steroids is because I want to see myself at my 70s or my 80s in a good health, doing the same training like today, enjoying the life, enjoying the things I like the most. Yeah, man, I need to sometimes in some period in your life you need to think about your mental health too, but how much longer you want to be here in this life, no, to get this quality of life you want. No, it's not just lifting weights, bodybuilding, or yes, you have this love for that kind of sports, whether it's soccer, whether it's hockey, whether it's baseball, or boxing, or whatever the sport you are practicing. But you need to get balance in your life. No, you need to think in yourself for the following 30, 40 years old.
Yeah, so it's about what you came to realize is that you projected yourself in the future, and then you started thinking, okay, if I keep doing this, man, I'm not offering myself a quality of life. You started to see physical deterioration, your mental wasn't there as well, so everything starts going down at one point, and it can become quite dark, man, and I totally like understand that path. So without having used steroids, I also experienced like massive burnout episodes, and I was always like the kind of guy full torque. I did shows in China, BMX shows in China for 7 years, 6 days a week. Was riding at least 5 days a week for in between 2 to 4 hours, sometimes even five. I was training for a contest. Eventually, yeah, jet lag, a lot of caffeine use, but like all the while just not being really aware of the cost that it has in the long term. And at 30 years old, I just crashed, man. Like I had to retire prematurely because not I started experiencing. I had two lower back herniated discs, which are now fully healed after 8 years. But like, man, at that time, I just wanted to die, man, because my whole world just crumbled. So it's just like it's not just the physical aspect; it's also being in pain. And also, I was breaking down not just because I was hurt; it was just you overload, and it's like see it as an electric box. The output is too much. There's too much electricity, and at one point, it's just busting. And the default mechanism for the being is just to go into a sort of, you go into a big depression, so you can take a break, but it's not the same break as that you get if you have a smart approach. So it's really cool that you projected yourself in the future, which is something I had to do by force of things, by force. Life was trying to teach me something right there, and there's not a lot of awareness around that, especially at least in the BMX world. We're not really followed. It's still fairly marginal, and I'm trying to bring that dimension of longevity and being more selective with the contest and everything. So, um, like I went through a bit major depressive episodes, especially because like you can still train, so that's cool. So you can take a step back and keep doing the thing. At one point, like to me, was just I had to quit the whole thing, so my identity and everything got lost. But what I want to dive into right now is the depression aspect because it's a super dark place. Um, it feels like, to me at least, it felt like someone is taking the wheels. Like I was never depressed in the past, like at least just a little bit. Sometimes I was not super literate emotionally, not that I could tell, but it just felt like a low, but it was not like a sustained thing. But in a burnout, it just, you crash, and it's like if you're not aware that you just going for too much, you
Yeah,
keep making the depression symptoms like worse and worse, and you just keep. It's like you digging a grave,
pushing
like
you down.
a mental grave, but you're not aware
Yes,
about it. So can you please take us through like your journey with depression? Because maybe it was caused also by stopping the use of testosterone, because now you're on another planet, you have a big boost, but then you have to stop. So if you go high, I suppose that you have to come down low. So can you please explain us your world, like what caused the depression episode? How did it feel for you mentally and physically, and like what was the protocol that got you back to live a normal life? Because maybe some people have had this experience in the past or are going through this right now, and I feel like it's really appropriate that you as a professional can kind of guide people, like put things into perspective and also guide people like their way out of that super dark place.
The meaning thing that got my attention was because I know two of my friends from Mexico who died because of using abusing steroids, and they were a good example to reflect. This has inner reflection to, okay, I need to do the same because maybe I want to have a family, to have a children, or maybe to continue to do the things that I like, with a better quality way, in a better quality life. And yes, my stages for my periods for depression was so deeply, so dark, so I needed to do something for myself. Uh, these side effects after I quit steroids, and I quit those things that triggered that behavior, that aggressivity, obviously affected my nervous system, and obviously your nervous system is connected with your brain, and that controls your mood, and I need to fix that first if I want to be a better person. So uh, and thus in that period, obviously I started to doing things that I liked when I was a child. It's like you recover this inner child in me. And the first thing is I like to read. I like to read a lot. That was my to control my stress, to control my anxiety by just reading things that was my interest. Rereading my TRX, my spinning, my Pilates, or my personal trainer certifications, or the manual. Just to get in to get at the day. To have this to nourish your knowledge, and then that brings me to read self-esteem, or that's I how you say I forget the name to that's that kind of books that recover your autoesteem. Yes, I started to read just como kind of therapy, and then I like the music. I I bought a guitar. I started to get guitar classes, and then my best skill is drawing. Is drawing. I start to drawing is like my meditation. Like my meditation, drawing, because I visualize myself that maybe I don't want to be a personal trainer at my 50s or my 60 years old. So I started to immerse myself in that field of drawing, and I started thinking to maybe to take some courses of made tattoo because I'm good drawing, and this is another kind of therapy for me. And yeah, you need to find something that liberate from that stress, from that dark place. And yes, it was kind of therapy, step by step. No, this thing brings me to this, or this connected with this thing. And yeah, man, I'm not training like before. I'm trained just 3 or 4 times per week. No, it's like it's nothing to do with like before. I trained 2 or 3 times per day. No, it was
That's a
crazy.
huge
Now it's 3 or 4 times per week in a smart way. No, and doing the things much better. Before I was training in a rushing way because I was on the time. No, okay, I had just 1 hour, and you doing your reps very very quickly. No, but you don't. I didn't take care of my technique. Yes, yes, but not. Okay, I did my routine very very quickly. I realized that I didn't enjoy my training. I get in some point that I I got tired to train. I got tired to train. I don't want to know nothing about training because my reading was very very exhausting for those 15, 18 years nonstop and just exercise, 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 and my quality of sleep was so terrible. Yeah, I got some point that I don't want to train. My body needs a rest. My body needs a huge recovery. So after quit to use steroids, I I took maybe 6 to 8 months not training, not training, not training. It's just relaxing, just uh, doing different kind of stuffs. No, nothing to do with lifting weights. Maybe another kind of activities. Yeah, but yes, I need to rest my body and my mind too. And then little by little, I started to adding exercise, to adding my routines. But I realized that I applied my routines now much better than before because now I enjoy for the first time since a lot of time much better my trainings. I enjoy my just 1 hour. I just dedicate just 1 hour, but a good quality training in a good quality way. No, it's just for example, I like to train my legs. I like to train it lower body. Lower body is one of my favorite muscle to train. And I always prioritize to train my lower body because I practice it. I practice climbing mountain bike for almost 12, 13 years. And obviously, all my focus in my trainings was in the lower body. That's why I get so attached to train my lower body. And yes, I stretch more than before. My flexibility, my balance, everything is so important to get a complete and functional body. It's not just lifting weights. I get much better physical condition and better performance than before. No, than before when I used to use steroids or get a bunch of supplements. Now my only supplements is my creatine and my just one bottle of protein. That's it.
Yeah.
And I just eat 2, 3 meals per day. Just 2, 3 meals per day. I add more vegetables than before because I did veganism for 3 years, and this kind of diet helped me teach me sorry taught me to include more vegetables in my diet. I did it for 3 years, and now I eat I include yes, animal protein, just legs, fish, and it's very rare. Once or twice per month, red meat. That's it. But yes, I don't include my the same quantity of animal protein than before, and my digestion is much better because I include more probiotics, I include more fiber, I include more better quality of vitamins in my nutrition, because the more you read, well, the more you learn, the more you earn, and that's why I read a lot of books about nutrition, a lot of books about how to improve your digestion, and yes, the quality of your trainings, how to balance your strength, your balance, your endurance, everything to have a better quality uh, performance in your body. And yes, I feel much better now. I feel 100% much better now than in those times when I used to suppose or pretend to be in a good condition.
Yeah, so it's like you went from a more shallow approach that was more based on whatever I have to do to get the results, and like the fastest track to get there was with steroids. But from the way you're talking now, is like you have combined also like your experience from the past with with education, and you adopt like a way smarter approach, a way more holistic approach, where you touch on way more things, which is yielding way more results because, of course, knowledge is going to yield different types of results. So now it's a combination of a lot of factors which are leading you to experience some really good benefits, some really good physical results. Also, mental the mental aspect has got to be like way different, and you're doing less and you're still getting good results. And
Yes.
I suppose also that you can tell me that your appreciation for training has got to be pretty high, because it's like you lose it for some time, you don't feel like it, you're depressed, you don't want to do anything, you don't want to have to do anything with training, but now like you still get to train, man. So that's really awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you need to learn about your failures. No, you
Yeah.
need to you need to you need to learn about all your failures, and obviously I had always a good phrase like okay, the ability to deal with failure will determine how much you get to deal with success. You know, is the kind of mentality or the kind of perspective you have in life if you want to get that success or achieve that goal. And but you know, you need to be conscious, you need to be aware about what did I did bad in my life. I need to fix those mistakes, because if you continue to do these mistakes, you need to you will to repeat it again and again and again and again. You need to be aware what are my weaknesses and turning in my strengths.
Yeah, it's also looking inside, being not only being proactive with what is happening, but also introspective, like taking a step back and looking at what is happening, and also determining like a game plan in order to change course and have better well-being. And I want to touch another point. I thought it was really cool that you reverted to education, so instead of just keeping on going the same thing, and also keeping on going the same like pill mentality way, which a lot of people take. You're depressed, well, I'll go to the doctor and I'll start taking a pill. It's gonna get rid of the depression symptoms, whatever I have, and so I can just keep doing the same thing. But you took a big look at it, and like we spoke before, you projected yourself in the future, and then you started also thinking about the things that you enjoy doing, because when you're depressed, like everything is dark. You have a negative outtake on a lot of things, well, everything basically. But you educated yourself, so you sharpen your skills, you become even more well versed at what you're doing with all those years of experience, and also you go with arts. So I really like
Yeah,
that part.
arts.
Yeah, that's really cool, man, that you went that route, and you went like with, like a natural way, proactive and natural way. um so what has changed in your life, for instance? Like, what is your lifestyle? Like, you talk to us about the things that you do, but what is your lifestyle now? Are you still doing personal training? How do you get what is your source of income, your training regimen, uh, your lifestyle compared to before?
Yeah, I'm not focused right now in just training people, because I realize that I need to work in myself, to need to fix myself, to get better ideas in about I want to enjoy the things that I do now right now. Now my focus is to gathering more knowledge, not just in performance training, just in psychological way too. No, it's like I need to work in myself to yes, to be better person. If I want to offer a better quality in my trainings or my clients, I need to fix first. I need to invest first in myself, sharpen my brain, sharpen my ideas, formulate much better my knowledge, and that teach all that knowledge in my future students, my future clients. Because obviously when people are hiring you as a personal trainer, obviously there are some reason. you know Maybe it's not just for get a better shape. Maybe it's physical. Maybe it's to get back his self-esteem. You don't know the background of those people. And yes, and I need to realize that, because nowadays there are a lot of trainers that are very conscious about this kind of topic, but some trainers don't do it in a correctly way. They just see the income, the money, and that's it. Just by that side is, but you don't see your client as a human. It's just you see your client as just like a money, like an income. But you need to have this connection, because always, if you want to get that relationship with your client, you need to have this quality connection with them. And yes, I'm not just. It's very. I don't want to say it's very easy to teach people how to do a squat, how to do a bench press, how to do a good jump, box jump, you know, or how to do teaching TRX or spinning or yoga, Pilates classes. You need to have this connection with these people, you know, because that people will realize that it's not the Zumba class, it's not the training class. No, it's the Luis class. Is I want to identify people that is not like, okay, this guy is my personal trainer because I like Zumba. No, I like Zumba because of this guy. No, I like this. I like to train uh, hit training. I like to train CrossFit because of him, because of her. No, that is your identity. That is the way you will connect. You will to imprint that feeling because it's all about feeling. It's all about what is the feeling you will to imprint in this person to get engaged in your trainings. No, it's not people like, okay, I need to go to the gym because I need to do it. Oh, I need to do Pilates because I have another option. No, this is like you need to enjoy. You need to enjoy the things you do. It's like now. This is right now. I'm really enjoy training like before, but first to enjoy this kind of training, I need to fix. I need to work in myself. No, my personal development, and then okay, you will enjoy the all the stuffs, all the things you do now, like playing a guitar, now like a reading, now like a drawing. And that things brings you to another point, to another spot. No, you don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I totally understand the fact that you're transmitting way more than just the coaching. People go to see you for a bunch of other reasons, and from the way you speak, it sounds like you're trying to teach people that there's something the
Exactly.
things beyond training. It's the mindset. You're training a whole bunch of other things. Like we know it. I'm a former professional athlete, and also like every time I go to the gym, and even sometimes it's not gonna feel pleasant at the onset. It's not always pleasant to go to the gym, but if you find something that you enjoy doing most of the time, it's definitely super fulfilling, super rewarding. You always feel good after a training, but it's also uh, grit, commitment, discipline. It's teaching like a whole bunch of things, and it's really cool that right now we have a more holistic approach with all your with your big journey after all of that, and you educated yourself, so you're not just showing the physical aspect but also the mental aspect and the lifestyle aspect
Exactly.
that goes with it, and the benefits that you get to reap. So I have two
we, because
questions.
we because
Yeah.
we as a trainers, the our clients results is like our trophy, is like our reward. No, and you feel very proud. No, okay, he's is 50-50% is your knowledge, but it's another 50% of dedication of your client. No, but you need, as the work as a trainers, you need to continue to encourage your client
Yes.
to continue that, or to feeding that motivation, because motivate everyone are just talking about motivation, but you maybe you are motivated in the morning, but in the evening you are like another mood. No, motivation is not lasting for all the day. No, it's not lasting the all the long day. You need to keep that motivation every single day by discipline, because it's your discipline that carries you to that motivation, because you have an objective, you have yes, you have a goal. You want to lose 10 pounds, if you want to gain 20 pounds of muscle, or whatever is your reason, you need to keep feeding that motivation every single day. It's not just temporary, because it's like the classic one. Okay, I'm gonna start to train next Monday, or I'm gonna start in January, and the motivation is lasting just the first 3 weeks, or just the first 3 days for the next week, and that's it. No, you need to have a, a good reason to get that motivation. Yes, keep going. That motivation, but that is, I think, is our main reason as a trainers to encourage our clients to get motivated, to have an objective, because is sometimes we have cloudy days, we have sunny days, and you maybe you are in good mood. In some days you are not in good mood every single day. You have like a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster, and you need to have a motive to get keep going.
Yeah, and it's like it's good that as a personal trainer you can be that pillar, because for some people they need someone else, at least in the beginning, to kind of guide them or be the reason why they show up for something, because you're the hype. But you were talking about motivation, and just motivation. It's not rated as an emotion, but it could almost be the same thing, because it comes and goes. But motivation will be there by doing the work. When you look at what you do, it hypes you up. At least it hypes me up knowing that I showed up. Sometimes, even if I have a shit session, I enjoy knowing that I showed up because I did everything to make it happen. But usually, like, people are used to motivation as something that you get before. You can get motivated by apprehending something. It can be dopamine stimulating, in the sense that you expect a certain outcome, or a certain reward. But most of the time, even if you experience, sometimes it feels like ugh. But you know that there's something, because you've done it in the past. So basically, your job as a coach is also to teach that to people, man or woman, whatever. Just
Yeah,
show up and do the work. Doing the work is what is actually motivating, because eventually, like, you you build a castle brick by brick. In the beginning, for someone who's never trained before, is going to look like nothing, but eventually you start stacking those bricks. And when you start getting that on that rhythm, and you start training, and you start to see benefits, physical well-being, mental well-being, you're on a you gain a certain kind of traction, and then you get way more motivated. But motivation comes from doing the work. So it's a good thing not to wait for motivation, and make a good habit of making discipline the habit that will lead to eventually
yeah,
way more motivation. So
yeah.
just um, two questions. I'd like to end the podcast with, well, I have two, three questions, but they kind of stack, like, uh, upon each other. So first thing is, what's your take on steroids after going through this journey? And directly related to that, what would you say if someone considered taking steroids, and they came to ask you about it?
I'm not against about using steroids, because obviously I did it for a long time, but I did it in a bad way, in not the correctly way. No, because in those times there weren't the education to how to use it correctly, in a correctly way. Now we have a lot of we have the internet, we have a lot of resources to how what is not how to use it, but what are the consequences, what are the side effects to use your steroids. Okay, if you have in mind to use steroids, I recommend it to use it with someone, or administrate it with someone who have the knowledge, like a doctor or like a professional. What make, for example, a test on a study to, okay, this is your testosterone levels, and this is the quantity of testosterone, or whatever, to use in the correctly way. Uh, that depends of what kind of training or what kind of sport you are practicing, or what is your goal, what is your objective. Okay, in that way, I yes, I recommend to use it because steroids was used in sports since the 50s, 60s, 70s, but it was in a different kind of way. But now is steroids have another kind of, was very modified, was very it's not the same like alcohol is not the same like today. Is the weed is not the same quantity or the same percentage of the like nowadays. It's the same like steroids. No, the steroids maybe after maybe before was totally different in some quantity and quality. Now is another is very is there are no limitless with this kind of substance. No,
It's making me
yeah,
think
you need
about
to be
the
aware.
trend thing
But
where we
if
keep
you if
saying,
you obviously the doctor or the specialist will be informed that this kind of clients, okay, if you want to use it, obviously that depends of your currently testosterone levels, but you need to be aware what will be the consequences to use this kind of substance. Rather than just to use it just by yourself, just for vanity, or just by because of our narcissism, is a different kind of mentality. No, we don't have now. We don't have control about that because the access from steroids is there are no control now. There are no control now.
yeah,
And
okay,
yes,
so
I recommend to use steroids, but in a smart way. With you, if you have a goal, but yeah, yes, but a good goal. O sea, you have a good objective. I want to find the correct word, but you if you want to use it, you need to have a clearly objective. No, if you are practicing some sport like swimming, like baseball, like hockey, or if you are practicing bodybuilding, but okay, if you are practicing in this case bodybuilding, okay, use it, but use it in a correct way. That's it. But
so
obviously, be
yeah.
aware about the consequence.
Yeah. So what you're promoting is purpose, having a deep purpose that way you ensure that
It's
it's
with
deeply
a purpose.
grounded and
Yes.
you're gonna do like something professional with it. It's not just a shallow thing. You really like most probably the person has a background in something and now you're trying to boost or like for instance, uh I've seen. I think I've seen that there's natural. Yeah, I know that there's natural bodybuilding, but most of like the people you're gonna build, you're
Natural.
not gonna get like the yeah because it looks. I saw the. I think I saw the champion, and I was like just thinking to myself, yeah, no, that's impossible.
Come
I
on.
just want to
Come
look like
on.
I'm the fucking the guy that is crazy jacked because it's just that's I guess it's just associated with it. Like you go all the
Is
way and you
is
become a freak of
possible?
nature. But
Maybe it's possible, but obviously you need to work 3 or 4 times more than the guy who uses steroid.
yeah,
Yeah, if you get that size in 6 months, the other guy needs 1 year and a half to get that physique. No, yes, it's possible, but obviously you need to put more effort.
it
But
doesn't
yeah, it's,
compare
it's
though.
like
It
a
doesn't
crazy,
compare
this
at
this
all.
kind of guy in social media. I don't know what this guy who competed in Mr. Olympia. I don't know exactly the name. And there's a guy who are interviewed this guy. Hey, what about exactly? Very direct, very straight. Hey, are you using steroids? No, no, no. I'm just using just ingesting my supplements. No, it's just
Yeah,
like
sure.
man, come on, come on. It's like
Yeah,
just imagine like the size like. It's not Ronnie Coleman. It's like the size of Jay Cutler, but it's a black guy. But it's like,
Yeah.
okay, come on, you're not natural, because anybody will to admit it. Okay, I am using steroids. I don't know, maybe shame. I don't know, maybe it's because you are cheated about what is the true, what is the true, uh, about what I get that this physique, or don't promote the steroids, not encourage people to use steroids. But now we are in 2024, man. Maybe you say it in 2000 or in the 90s. Okay, maybe those guys. Okay, maybe yes, maybe it's natural. But come on, we are in 2024.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about steroids. Everyone knows who this guy uses steroid. This guy, this girl, this woman. It's very obvious. And when people, or when you saw this kind of persons, mm, not admitted that, okay, yes, I'm using steroids. It's like a, come on, man.
Yeah, like
It's a
everyone
joke.
knows that Arnold was taking it, and most bodybuilders are taking it. But surprisingly, man, there's a lot of people who still deny it up to this
Still,
day, and that's super
still,
funny. But yeah, it's like the word is getting around, and that's why I wanted to do the podcast, because I found it pretty funky that to realize that a lot of people are taking it even for recreative purpose, and I think it's pretty important to just uh, bring awareness about it to people, and get to know, just teach them what they're getting into. So I just wanted to recap. So you were saying purpose and goals. You also said educate yourself, uh, do it under supervision. So know the amount you're taking, know what are the potential side effects, and have someone monitor you. Um, so these are the main takeaways for your message about taking steroids. And uh, I would like you to tell me, what is a message that you would like to tell someone who might be going through the same journey as you, who might be on a dark path, or has stopped his steroids use, or is considering steroids use and going through like a depression. What would you say to someone, and what would be your message for that person?
it's nowadays we are living in a stage that we are seeking validation. We are seeking about, just to be accepted by the society. So if you see someone who is very muscle or very strong guy, and you see these guys get a lot of girls, get a lot of attention, of the physique attracts this kind of, this kind of behaviors. You see those things in internet, in social media, and you want the same. You want to get the same. So that kind of things encourage you as a viewer to do the same. No, okay, this guy, this influencer have a good shape. I want to same, because I don't know what the reason you want to use or to get in shape using steroids. Okay, you have your own purpose, but it's hard to give you a response, because it's difficult. It's hard to change their mind of people nowadays. If you asked me that question maybe 20 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe the mentality is totally different. But now we are get very caught in social media about manipulation, and about influence by those kind of people. My only advice is not rush your results, not rush your body, and just do the things correctly, um, do the things that you really enjoy. You need to enjoy this path about building your body to get in shape, but not in a rushing way, not just pushing, but just because you don't have a purpose or just because a recreative way. Do it, but you need to enjoy it. You need to get in love with sports, not by seeking attention or seeking validation, because you realize that is not a good way to start to using this kind of supplement, this kind of substance. If But you need to have a real purpose to do it. No, and if you are using steroids right now and you don't know how to get out of that that stage in your life, it's not easy. No, it's not easy. You need to have this mindset to say, okay, visualize yourself in the next 5 or the next 10 years. How do you see yourself in the next 5, 10 years? Doing the same thing, maybe, or do you realize, or do you think you have the same body in the following 5, 10 years? Maybe yes, maybe not. But what is the risk? No, what is the price you need to pay? No, and we are not like the video games. No, you have 2 or 3 lives. No, you have just one life, and you need to use it, I mean, very, very, very well. Do you need Because the consequences, we don't know. We pay a lot of consequences. How many people you see in social media modify their body? Call it woman, call it guys who injected. I don't know what is the name who injected in these Brazilian guys who are very, 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 very huge body, but the forearms is skinny and is not using steroids. I don't know exactly the name, the
No, but
substance.
it's like yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what the name of the substance
Yeah,
is,
but
but
you know what I mean. No, this
yeah,
because
they're just fillers. It's just
yeah,
fillers. Like guys, women get Botox, and these guys are getting
get
whatever plastic
Botox
inside their
or get
body just to
yes,
look jacked, but it looks fake.
it's like a yes, you risk to modify your body, but there is not you are not able to get back to your natural body, because you need to live with this, because it's a lack of confidence with your body. You are not comfortable with your body. But
Yeah,
obviously, that is the reason you modify your genetics, or you modify your body just to maybe get attention, maybe just for get validation from a society who are now very arrogant, very egocentric. You need to be part of that society, or you need to be um, to belong in some kind of society to be accepted, and it's all about psychological way. That's why I'm starting to rather to read a study about personal trainings, or how to train strength or balance. I dedicate the last 2 years to study about mental health. Because of my case, no, I was detected with ADHD at my 8, 9 years old, and that's why I had a lot of difficulty to deal with school. That's why the sport was my escape, no, to spring all spread all that energy, because my energy rather than physic is more mental. And yes, you sometimes you procrastinate it. And we are talking about motivation. The thing you are procrastinated. People are this the main excuse is I don't have time, no, to do exercise. I don't have time. No, I always say the procrastination is not a matter with you have a problem of time. No, procrastination is always an emotional problem. No, it's like if you manage your emotions, obviously you have some motivation to do your things. You have a purpose to do your things. You need to believe in what do you want in your life. No, what is my purpose in life? Your purpose is not okay. I need to do this. Not you need to be. You need to be. You're just being someone is your purpose in life. Okay, you need to believe that you are an artist. No, because I now have this kind of this thing in mind. No, I was born to be an artist in life. Not I'm not say that an artist painting or drawing, because you are an artist in your life. No, you are the actor, you are the producer, you are the screenwriter of your own life. If you don't like uh, what what are you doing the things right now, you are just doing mistakes, just rewriting your screenwriter, and or change the actors of your scenario, and you will change your kind of perspective have you in life. And that's why one thing carries me to another point. Maybe this depression, if I this depression taught me to have this uh, path about what is my purpose in life. No, no, I don't see this depression like, oh, I feel sad. My life is just wasted, or I feel you just blaming others, no, or just regretting what you didn't do in your life. No, you need to learn about your mistakes, because if you don't mistakes, what did you learn? No, what did you learn about that? And that's why depression taught me to what is my purpose in life? What is the thing I like, or I like the most? Okay, that's why was the depression. I took this depression like a pushing way, like a motive. Was my motivation? No, was my motivation that finding my purpose in life? No, is you have another perspective. You have rather than this vision, obviously like a landscape vision. No, you have a 360 degrees, about hey, what's happening right now, because maybe for a lot of years my vision was like this, okay, bodybuilding, okay, eating, okay, training, okay, blah blah, but there are a lot of more than just training. You are, like I say, you're an artist. You design your canvas, okay, you draw in your canvas. If you don't like the way you do the things, okay, just erase that and repaint it. No.
Okay, so what I understand from what you said, it's really cool, man. Thanks for sharing all those details. So find your purpose, change your landscape, also take a step back and expand your vision. From what I understand, this is really cool, and also align your mind and align your actions to match your new landscape, your new goals, your new purpose, and just devote everything to go that route. That's a really cool message, man. So we're gonna close this, man, right here. Thanks a lot for sharing all those details, I hope it benefits other people. I hope it gets to the core and it hits the spot for people who are on this steroids journey, who have been considering it or are going through like a dark path. So people, all right, this guy has massive quads. He's always training his legs. Surprisingly, everyone wants to train the upper body, but this guy dedicates a lot of training to lower body. Follow him. He's always posting really cool educational
I'm
stuff, nice trainings,
yes.
and also
Even
lower body. So,
I am working in a future project
yeah.
about obviously girls like to train glutes and quads and hamstrings. No, the lower body. No, it's almost 95% of the girls like to train lower body because
Of course.
like us as a man is our attraction. If you see what do you see in a physical way a woman who have good huge glutes, good legs. Okay, men we usually skip the leg day. No,
Uh oh.
we just train chest, arms, shoulders, back, and that's it. No, if you train maybe legs, it's just once per month or twice per month, and that's it. And I am in the process to launching a specialty program just specific in lower body, glutes, legs, hamstrings, all about endurance, all about strength, all about performance. Is I am designing a special program just lower body. Yes, maybe some abs training because it's a linking with your glutes and your hips. Yeah, but we can talk about that subject the next time. Yeah,
Yeah.
but because there is the guy who his name is Brett Contreras. You can find it in social media,
This
and
is one
this
of the
guy was
first book that
my
I bought actually. One of the first book
yes.
on training after doing this personal trainer certification. I figured out I was gonna train women as well, but it's also like a
Yes, it's a
very
special.
it's
It's a
really
guy
cool. It's
who's
really
is
cool.
just specialized, and that he's this guy was my in that feeling in that field that okay, what is my purpose in life? What is my strengths? You need to find what are your strengths. Okay, me Luis, I like to teach fitness group classes, but what are my strengths? And I say my legs. My legs is
Definitely.
my
I
strength.
approve.
No, it's like for some
I-
people is flexibility, some people is cardio, but you need to use your strength like an impulse or like a motive to run or to develop something new because
yeah.
I yes and I okay, I like to train, I like to do this, but what is the Luis strength? Okay, what I like to train the most? My legs. Okay, what about why not to develop a special program from just glutes and legs? Women's women like to train legs, and I can help men to train legs like I did it in those times because I have huge legs, but it's not when I started to when I begin to this field of bodybuilder, my legs was like normal legs. That's just the only thing is pushing me because of my climbing mountain bike I practiced for a long time. That kind of sport pushed me to train 70% of my training was just lower body. And for experience, for training different angles, different kind of ways you train your lower body, that's why my motivation to develop this kind of program. I'm still I have the manual for this guy and another kind of information to put it all together, and maybe the next year launching this kind of program.
Perfect. That's really cool, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing you post more about this on social media. I'm gonna list in the description down below your Instagram handle because I like your content. I like the positive things that you're sending out there. Yeah, it's just a really good channel to follow. Super educative as well. So on Instagram, I think you Guerrero Jaguar or something like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
Luis Guerrero Jaguar 85
Okay,
arroba
perfect.
gmail.
So, anyways, I'm gonna list down below in the description, dude. Thanks a lot for opening up, sharing all those juicy details about your life and about your steroids use, man. Looking forward to record something in the future with you, and thanks for everyone watching this podcast.
Oh, thank you for invitation. I hope this is not the first ni the last time.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to doing more of those. All right. Until next time.